Israel vows to pull back on its attacks against Iran after President Trump expressed disapproval over the strike on a major oil field. But that doesn't mean the war is slowing down, as the Pentagon prepares to ask Congress for an influx of cash to fund more conflict. Jessica Moore's here now with the latest.
Well, Cindy, CBS News has just learned 2,200 Marines and 3 warships are headed toward the Middle East as the war with Iran continues. That unit departed California earlier this week, according to 2 U.S. officials. Meanwhile, as Americans struggle to keep up with soaring gas prices, the White House confirms it's considering a shocking move to keep oil prices in check. In a rare pivot, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responding to President Trump's demand that attacks on Iranian oil fields stop immediately.
President Trump asked us to hold off on future attacks, and we're holding out.
Israel's strike on a major Iranian gas field Thursday was met with Iranian strikes on a liquid gas field in Qatar and other oil sites in the region. Those strikes, coupled with the continued closure of the Strait of Hormuz, are sending global oil prices soaring. According to AAA, a gallon of regular gas in the U.S. is up a staggering 90 cents in the last 3 weeks since the war began.
Before the gas prices went up, I could fill my car up for like $30, $35. Now it's costing me right at $60.
Meanwhile, there are mounting fears across the U.S. that the escalating war will mean American troops on the ground. And while President Trump continues to insist he will not deploy troops, Netanyahu publicly expressed openness to the idea as he pushed the idea of regime change once again in Iran.
You can do a lot of things from the air, and we're doing, but there has to be a ground component as well. There are many possibilities for this ground component.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are pressing the White House for more information on the military strategy for the war and an exit plan for the U.S., as the Pentagon is seeking $200 billion in additional funding to support the military campaign.
If we can't even define what our goal is, how could we possibly expect to win, which we're all rooting for, of course, the country to win and our soldiers to be safe and come home? And certainly, how could we expect us to spend $200 billion?
And just to give you an idea of how concerned the Trump administration is about these rising oil prices, this morning, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the U.S. may lift sanctions on Iranian oil in the coming days to keep global oil prices down. Experts say that would be a remarkable step in the conflict, as the sanctions were the major sticking point for the Iranians during the last round of negotiations that collapsed before the war began. Cindy?
Jessica, thank you.